Can you imagine life without mobile apps? Well, that's the case for over 65% of international travelers who turn off their data roaming because it's pricey and don't get a local SIM card because it's inconvenient. Celitech is a cellular data platform helping any travel company to offer co-branded international data plans using one-click eSIM technology. Aloha, everyone. My name is Ahmad. I go by Al. I'm the founder and CEO of Celitech. Prior to Celitech, I co-founded Access Technologies out of Hong Kong, and Access has been an IoT play helping the telco industry to better manage their workforce and assets. We grew Access from scratch to $10 million ARR and 150 employees. Now at Celitech, we're a group of professionals with background in telco engineering, software development, and hospitality. And we're all focused on improving the travel experience using connectivity. Now, the way we do it is by enabling our partners to bundle data plans with any online product they have. So if you're booking a flight or a hotel, at checkout, you'll be able to add a data plan to your booking with one tick mark. And you'll get it as a QR code that you'll have to scan by your device to have a plan ready for your trip. Now, besides connectivity, we help our travel partners to brand the eSIM network. And why this is a big deal? Because we help them keep their brand on the mind of their traveler in destination in order to improve their mobile engagement and upsales. For example, they'll be able to upsell you extra ancillary services like in-destination activities, attractions, or even local transport. Now, we believe the time is right for our solution for three main reasons. First, eSIM is already in 1.2 billion devices, and it's going to be a default feature of all smartphones, exactly like Bluetooth. Second, international travel is recovering, and the US is opening up for international travel next week, while IATA is forecasting a rebound in 2022. And third, 5G and cloud are creating new opportunities and use cases beyond smartphones and travel. Our signed customers include major brands like Expedia Group, JTB, while our partners also, while our pipeline include big brands like Booking.com. It's worth noting here that between Expedia and Booking, we'll be able to access over 60% of the online travel agency market. Our market is estimated to be around $45 billion, out of which the available market is around $20 billion. And from that, we believe we can obtain around $250 million. And this is not too crazy, given that our signed customer Expedia can generate up to $60 million in annual sales. We're different than our competition in many ways, mainly by having a patented B2B API approach. While B2C used to work for SIM cards, now with eSIM, it's not as effective because eSIM is not as sticky. The user can switch plans with a couple clicks. Accordingly, we have a very efficient CAC, and we save the value we create. We share the value we create with our partners and their travelers. Our business model is a B2B SaaS model where our pricing is divided into two buckets, on a pay-as-you-go basis and on a subscription basis. Our gross margin is over 65%, while our LTV to CAC is over 8. We're currently raising a seed round of $1.5 million, and the objective of this fundraise is to expand our coverage to 180 countries, grow our MRR to $80,000 within 14 months, and enter new verticals like fintech and loyalty programs. Now I'll open up the floor for a Q&A session, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
All right, great job, Al. We'll bring our panelists back up here to ask questions. So, who has a question for Al? All right, Ash, go ahead.
Hi, all. Great presentation. So I'd love to understand, Oxio, they're another company that offers a carrier as a service platform. And I'm curious, they've had a lot of success sort of at the seed stage, expanding into Latin America, some other markets. Is there a specific geography you're targeting?
Sorry, I didn't get the name. What's the name of the company?
Oxio, Oxio.
Okay.
I'm just curious, like, is there a specific geography you see the most potential, or you focus mostly on North America?
So we're focused on North America and globally. Obviously, to work with OTAs, we have to be global, but we've built IP and we have utility patents around programming the eSIM to fit any trip. So nobody else can bundle an eSIM with the booking with one click mark, because we have utility patents around that in the US, Europe, and China is in progress. And the notions and the notion there is basically to help our travel partner do more with connectivity. So branding is also another thing we provide. And on top of that, for the traveler, make it as convenient as adding travel insurance to your trip.
All right, next question. Aubrey.
Just a question to add on, just to understand the market. Who do you see as your target customer, and what percentage of that target customer is currently compatible with eSIM phones?
Yeah, so our target customer, we're a B2B focused company. Our main customers are the OTAs like Expedia Group, Booking, and everybody who offers this online travel.
And then end customer.
So their traveler is the end customer,
yeah.
And their customers are mostly having now the eSIM compatible devices, especially the iPhones. So this issue is fading away as more iPhones get to the market. But yeah, basically their travelers are our customer. But the point is to help our partner do more with their customer, not to get to the traveler. We want the connectivity to be an enabler to other stuff like transactions around helping you get an Uber at your airport when you land, helping you buy an ancillary service in destination like an attraction or an activity. And as a traveler, you always want to deal with one app, one provider, because it's convenient. You have so many items to plan. So you want to deal with probably Expedia, Booking, or maybe Marriott if you have like Bonvoy. So these are our let's say current focus.
All right. One more question. Yes, Steve.
Yes. Hi, Al. Thank you for the presentation. Interesting product. I was, before the pandemic, people would ask me where I live, and I would say seat 9A. So I feel the data roaming pain. I've enjoyed being home for the last 2 years. But my question is, I've used a variety of these, and the cost, kind of flips around. And in fairness, the cost is dictated by the local carrier. So talk to me a little bit about that end cost. And is an Expedia, let's say, going to subsidize? So it's like T-Mobile does that. It's $5 a day, no matter what, wherever I am in the world, if it's available, like from Nepal to wherever. And I've used it, and it's pretty good. Is that part of the plan to compete with the carriers, data package, international data packages directly?
So the carriers have this lucrative market in roaming, and they're not in a rush to disrupt it. They have good margins in there. And for them, the focus is always on their local wireless plans, because they want to give you the most competitive local wireless plan, regardless of roaming. Roaming is a full upside for them. But when you travel, you typically pay $8 to $10 a day if you want to get the LTE daily passes. So if you're traveling for 10 days, it's $100 trip. We bring down that to $20. Which will trigger bigger markets, especially the dormant travelers, the 65% who are mostly the leisure travelers, who would be willing to pay $20. And we're connected to over 600 networks in our back end. We'll always offer you the best value network. It's not only the price, it's also the quality of service you get in destination. So in many countries, we offer you more than one network. We offer you 2 to 3 networks. Here in the US, we picked AT&T for a reason. If you drive from LA to San Francisco, I'm sure you've lost coverage on T-Mobile. So that's the reason why we picked AT&T, for example, in the US, because we wanna give you the best quality of service.
All right, we're going to have to leave it there. Thanks, Al. Thanks to our panel.